20 years of this franchise, and the words can't even come out of my mouth because I wasn't even born 20 years ago. But this stuff right here is my childhood. And people ask me all the time, why do I collect stuff like this if they're for kids? Well, this franchise is more than just for kids. And if you think this is my only Cars 1 collection, there's more. And this is still not all of it. I have more in my closet. Like, you're actually getting a good look at my bed because I had to move a lot of this stuff over here. I originally had it over here, but as I was grabbing stuff off my shelf for this anniversary video, there was just way too much, and now I'm kind of paranoid, making sure I didn't forget anything. And no, I think we're chilling. Yeah, we're chilling. And if you think this is the only anniversary video this year, oh no. I did say in my channel update that was going to be one of my last videos in this format showing diecast, unless if something major happens. Well, this is something major. I have to talk about this. We're going to go through, so I kind of organized them. I have piston cup stuff over here. Actually, you know what? Let's take a decision. We're going to move you over here. And this stuff is radiator spring stuff and color changer stuff as well. We're not gonna, the color changers are out packaged like this one. I'm not gonna show the color changing format, but I will be going through every single one by one, showing everything in my collection so far. I was waiting to get some of the new anniversary style packaging, but I wasn't able to go to the stores recently, so that won't happen. Also, you're not going to see rare diecast in here like the Apple Racer or Dale Earnhardt Jr. I really wanted Dale for this video, but I just couldn't. Sorry if I'm out of breath. It took me forever to get stuff off of my shelf and getting ready for this video. Yeah, this is definitely going to be fun. Let's try to organize this better. Yeah, we have enough time to do so, because I'm going to be yapping a lot about all this stuff anyways. I'm not going to really, well, I'm going to show everything. Don't worry, I'm going to yap a lot about all this crap, don't worry. I got you. Oh, I forgot he doesn't stand up properly anymore. That's old 2008 packaging for you. 2 packs and deluxes will be next to each other. And then the racers will come across this way, so it's easier for me to grab them. Put this dude over here, put this dude over here, this dude over here. I didn't realize I have so many racers, and it was hard to collect racers back in the day, and now they're so easier to get. Oh my god, I cannot speak. We're gonna move the racers over here. Yeah, we'll put the bigger stuff in the front, along with the stuff that's already out of box, and we'll look at the out of box stuff first before we get to the stuff that's in box. Just so it's easier for me to grab anything, because every time I bend down, it kind of makes my stomach hurt, because I just had breakfast, bro. So we're just gonna... How are we gonna do this? Because I want the racers all next to each other. And then we're gonna back these ones up. Back these ones up. Hopefully nothing opens up while I'm doing all this. So yeah, we're just gonna put the racers together, put the pitties together, put the big boys together, the double packs together. Actually, we'll put Here, this is how we'll do it. So we're gonna move all these ones to the front, move these ones to the side right here. My bad, guys. We'll get to the review eventually, but again, I kind of rushed doing all this, so might as well just do it right now in video. I probably will cut this out. I probably won't too, but we'll see. We'll see. Pities, press, media, all that other stuff can go over here. Again, just so it's easier for me to grab. 2-packs go over here. Big guy. Actually, but we can move this one over here though. I think I have OCD, dude. I just want all the racers together and all the media together in separate areas, so. Is that all of them? Who's over here? Okay, I think that's. Yeah, that's. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So we have media over here, piston tail press and stuff like that. And then over here we have the townies and stuff. So I am going to be moving a lot. I don't know how I would do this. I don't know if I want to set my camera right here like I always do and just grab everything. I think this is way too special of a video for me to just have everything just sitting right there and have me moving around. So I think this will be the first time ever I actually move around with the video. Because I realize when I'm doing stuff like this, it's not interesting. Because all you do is just see me grab stuff and I'm showing it off. And again, like I said in the update video, I want to be more professional. So I think this is the best way to do it. Because I know I'm still going to be moving around a lot and bending over like I was doing right now. But I can't fit all this on my bed. And I can't, like, the only table I have is the one in the dining room, but that has a lot of stuff already on it. And plus, this is a lot of stuff. There is no way all this is going to fit right here. So I'm kind of glad my full Cars 1 collection is not with me right now. But, and you might think, well, if you're not showing your entire collection if you're not showing your entire Cars 1 collection, which you might be right, but I feel like I have the more important diecast in here than in my closet. Like, at least I have Cars 1 McQueen right here. At least I have this rarer version right here that you probably are wondering what that is. I have a lot of rare stuff in here. I had to move all of my stuff that was on my bed over there. And don't worry about the bear in the background. I didn't have a place for him, so he's just gonna sit right there. He's also really big. He was in the living room, then he migrated into this room, and then there's also the spare room that he was in. And don't worry about my laundry as well. Besides all that, the dirty stuff is out of the way. This is my entire Cars 1 collection. And I think we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do biggest. Well, I was gonna do biggest to smallest or smallest to biggest, but I want this scale to be the main essence of today's video. So I think I'm just going to show biggest and the really smallest stuff first. And then we're going to get on to good stuff because these is where it's at. So, yeah, let's get into it. So the biggest thing I have today to show you is this Funko Pop of Doc Hudson. I showed you this one in my Funko Pop collection. He's really cool. He's very vinyl. And he's actually a really, really nice pop figure. He's just a display piece. I don't know why I opened him. I don't know what my 8-year-old self was thinking. But he's very rare now. And he's opened. Lost a lot of value. And I have another Doc Hudson. This one's from the Disney store. This one has way more details, of course, since it is a bigger die-cast vehicle. This one's nice with all the number 51 on it. This one's really cool. See, you even have the Hudson Hornet decaling on it. This one does not. And plus this is just a standard paint job. This one is when he's actually racing and is actually having all the fabulous Hudson Hornet decals that he does. I love the blue on this one. See the lighting? See, now that I'm showing everything like this, the lighting makes it easier to show all this stuff. Because again, when I have it like this, my shelves are so dark that it makes the lighting really flat. So when it's flat, I can't really show off the diecast that well because of all the shadows and stuff. So it's kind of nice. Here we have Boost. He's missing the rear wing. We're going to see Boost again in today's video. But this one is really, really nice. Also from the Disney Store, is a lot bigger. And with these bigger cars, yeah, they're a little bit more fragile than your little ones. Because I really like... Holy stutter. I played with this one only a few times. And when his rear wing pops off like that so easily, it's kind of bad. But like, that's how all Disney Store cars were. So don't think it's just mine. And then we have the littlest stuff for the townies. Here's this one. Technically, this one's a Cars 3 release, but it's just classic Mater. I say he's a Cars 3 release because he came in the Cars 3 mini blind bags when those were a thing, and he's the only one I got out of that. He's really cool. He stands out. It looks really nice. Also, just a little display piece. And I have two mini racers Maters. One of them I found randomly, the other one I got in this 3-pack that came with Ramon and Red. And then going back to big stuff, this one's a little messed up. But this was an old cake topper. They have new ones like this, but it's for Cars 3 McQueen, but this one's for Cars 1 McQueen, and yeah, this is when did I get this? I must have been like 3, 4, maybe, no, not 5. Probably 5. But he's so messed up. But this one just holds a very special place because this one I would always play with as a kid. And then now I just see it front and center on my shelf. That's the only time I ever see this one, is just when it's front and center on my shelf. And then before we get to the small, or this kind of size over here, we're going to do the smallest size over here. And I guess we'll start off with this. This is the Micro Drifters. I don't know how I'm going to show this. I guess I'll show it right here. Let me move Ham out of the way. So this one's cool. You just open it up. I have no idea if I showed this in a video before. I don't know. I don't have a tripod or anything. So this is going to be awkward. It is a launcher, but I'm not going to use the launching motion because, again, only working with one hand. But I'll just take out the Cars 1 stuff that I have. And again, some of them are broken because mainly my dog got to them, but that's okay. Here is Cars 1 Lightning McQueen. His ball is a little bit dull because of the amount of use that he got throughout the years. He's really nice. Even for a small little diecast car, he still has all the decals. He has a little bit of an error though. The little Medicaid bumper ointment and the light is a little lopsided. Same with the rusties on the spoiler, and they're not stickers, so huge quality control. Holy crap, bro. I'm still out of breath from all the stuff I was doing earlier. Here's another one. This one has... Oh, they're also a little lopsided. At least the spoiler's fine. The other ones should be alright. Here is Spearmint. This one's cool. Number 93. I like the color on this one. Here we go. We have Tank Coat, number 36. I think this is the only one in here that I don't have a diecast of. Actually, no. Same with Mario Andretti. God, if only I had... I really wanted Mario Andretti, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and the Apple Racer to do this video, but I just don't. We are going to see an Apple car, but it's not going to be what you expect, and it's also in here. And if you know ball knowledge, you know that this doesn't look right. And I'll show you guys why in a little bit. I don't think I showed you that box before. This one's nice though. The pink and white. N2O Cola. This one's a little chubbier stock car. This one's really nice. I like the purple and the yellow stripe. Clutch Aid of 121. The dark. Oh yeah, this one has a big hole on the side. And here we go. We have Chick Hicks HTB number 86. I learned yesterday. I was playing Forza Horizon 6 with a friend, and he told me to design this car. And apparently, if I were to do every single sticker, I believe it said 346 stickers on him. That's crazy, dude. Those sponsored deals must be coming in quick. Oh, will it focus? There we go. You can see all the little decals on the back. The little HTB logo on the deck lid. Oh my god, you can't even read that. It looks like I dropped him. It says like NTB or something. That does not look like an H. And then the last one. We're not going to look at all the ones in here because I'm just showing the Cars 1 stuff. Here's Mario Andretti. At least I have a version of Mario Andretti, but again, it would be cool to have the diecast. Here's Ford Fairlane. I think they got it 1-to-1 scale of what his real life Daytona 500 car looks like. Minus instead of the Piston Cup logo right here in real life, it just says the NASCAR. I think they call it the NASCAR Strictly Stock Division at the time. And that's the logo that they had on him. Which is very similar to the Piston Cup logo with the checkered flags and stuff. But instead of a Piston Cup, it would be a real life race car. Mario. And if you think the lettering is messed up right here, no, that's how it is. He loves his letters going kind of weird angles like that, going up and down. This one's really nice. I like the gold top. And these are plastic cars, and yet the detail on them is so good. Too bad my dog got to them, but that's all my fault. And this was a long time ago, so I'm not really mad about it anymore. I wasn't really upset at the time because I knew what I did. I would show you the Mac, but we're going to see this Mac again when I do the Cars 2 anniversary. So that's why I'm kind of saving the stuff that's up here and the Mac itself. So you guys will see that later on. Yeah, we'll put them back. Why not? And then we have one more bigger one. So this one, we're going to see again, the Cars 2 one, even though it's it's not a Cars 2 release. But as you can see, the wheels are a little bit bigger. It looks like he has drag radials on. And if you think my dog got to the wing, no. Sadly, with these ones, the rubber part is just like, there's a component on plastic cars that have like rubbery or soft plastic for like, if it's, they don't really have mirrors, so I guess it's only for the back if they have spoilers or wings. They'll just pop off over time. So this one wasn't due to play or anything. It just, over time, the wing sadly was just ripping apart. I think I still have it too, because I'm trying to fix it, but I think it's in the closet, so it'll be a long time before I see that again and decide to fix him up. But yeah, this one's cool because he has a little bit of a motor, and he can do stunts. Here, let me get on the floor. So when you put him down, like he just... That's all he does, he spins, and it's so cool. I haven't done that forever. I used to be really good with these things, but yeah, this one's cool. And now it just looks like... So if you want to ever know what a Plymouth Superbird looks like without the rear wing, this is basically it. He's still very slim, so I guess he could be a drag car. Yeah, man, this one's really, really nice. I do have a King diecast, but again, that's in my closet, so that's probably the only biggest character that you won't see fully. Okay, now over here, we're going to do the smallest again. And so in this pack, I only grabbed this one because there's only one Cars 1 release in here, and that's Sheriff. So we can take a look at him in the package. Very nice. Here he is a Mercury police car. That one's really cool. Alright, enough of that one. We don't need to look at the other ones. This one, though, I think I showed this one off before. We have Snarrod, DJ, and Wingo. So you have the Dodge Charger, Scion XB, and the Mitsubishi Eclipse. These ones are really cool. Sadly, I don't have boost in this one. I don't even think they made boost yet, which is crazy. So we have all three of the tuners except one. I guess we can go on to color changers. We'll take a look at the ones out of the package first. This one's a diecast. He should be over here. And yeah, I meant to have the color. Oh wait, I forgot about this one for the bigger diecast. Or not even diecast. But this one's a McDonald's toy from 20 years ago. And this one, believe it or not, is not mine. My sisters were introduced to cars way before I was. But that's not the reason why I'm obsessed with cars. If you guys want to know the true story, and real quick, because this kind of goes along with all of this, I was introduced to cars back in 2011, and you might think, well, you're so young, how do you even remember all 2011? I don't really remember it, besides I was young, and I just remember being on the couch and watching the 2011 NASCAR race at Talladega, the 2011 Aaron's 499. And that's how I was introduced to motorsports. I think a little bit after that, that's when I started watching cars and being even more obsessed with motorsports, car culture, things like that. If it wasn't for this in NASCAR, I don't know what I would be doing today. I don't even know if I would be in the motorsports at all if it wasn't for those two things being introduced to my life. But yeah, a little backstory. But yep, again, my sisters were introduced to cars way before I was. This was a pullback, but now it's old and doesn't really work anymore. But the stickers, they kind of stood over time. They look nice, like they're not peeling. Like this is a high quality car. Too bad we don't really get that kind of stuff anymore. Alright, now looking at the color changers. I don't know how to prove it to you guys, but again, I'm not testing these out. They're pretty old. This is the 2016 lineup of color changers. You have Ramon. This one turns to yellow, and from red to yellow. He's in his yellow state. If I put him in cold water, he'll turn to red. Sarge goes from brown to brown, which is kind of crazy. Did I just say brown to brown? No, it goes from brown to green. My bad. Sheriff goes from green to black, which is pretty unique. We don't really get color changers like green to black anymore. Alright, I think we'll start off with the McQueen plastic one. No, we'll start off with our Ramon plastic ones, just because he's a little bit messed up. I mean, these ones are messed up too. Here is Ramon. So this one's weird, because if you pull his tire, his hydraulics work. Yeah, it doesn't work as well as it used to, but that's just from over time. This is a 10-year-old car. I also have the McQueen. For some reason, they put his number on wrong. It should be facing to where this 95 is. Also, he's peeling a lot. These stickers just didn't hold up over time. And you can tell with this one over here. This one is not as bad, but the stickers on this one did not stand over time either. I was going to get tape and put them over the decals, but I don't know if that would still make it show or not, but still nice. I only used them up a couple of times only because I realized that the stickers were peeling off. And this one came in a playset, and yeah, I think the playset is in my closet, like the other ones are. The only stickers that are okay are kind of his eyes, but they're also just peeling off a bit. Yeah, he's been through some stuff. No 95 is left on this car. That's crazy. And this one is also from a place that this one is still intact in my closet, but the stickers still hold up. They're just bubbling now, but that's not a bad thing. If the stickers are bubbling up, that usually means it's not a bad thing. This one's a cool one. Very light car. The plastic cars tend to be the lightest, which makes sense. Alright, now we can look at the diecast of these ones. Again, the ones that are loose. So here is Sarge. The this one's nice. Definitely a World War II. They never paint his back tire, which has always bothered me. Does a color changer have it? No, of course not. Still a unique diecast. I have no idea where I got this one from. Bro just fell over. Okay, there we go. Here is Golden Ramon. I say golden, but he is supposed to be yellow. He is supposed to look like this, but this one doesn't have the flames because this is technically a different version of Ramon. But yeah, in the movie, he is not this gold. I mean, it's still a nice color, but it's just not screen accurate. But now every time I look at this one, I do prefer if the movie had him looking like this. And then another version of Ramon with hydraulics is this one. The lightning bolt for the final race of the first movie. And then this one's also inaccurate. He's supposed to be shiny like this one. So if the colors stayed the same on this one, but this one was metallic and this one was flat yellow, they would be perfect. And then we'll get to the McQueens in a bit, but if you guys really want to know what's in here, I'll show it to you guys because this is where the McQueens come in for the diecast. And it says 5 diecast vehicles. Yes, they're 5 diecast. Oh my god, yes, they are 5. There are 5 diecast vehicles in here. But you would know that doesn't look right, and you would know that doesn't look right. So you know how I said that there was an Apple McQueen? Yeah, you know what, we'll take this. Try to save this one for last. Yeah, I'll save this one for last. So let me explain what these are. These are essentially fakes, but if you're a customizer, you would also know that these are basically factory customs, which means that they are not produced by Mattel or any diecast distributor. These are fakes. I don't even think there's... Yeah, it says Mattel at the bottom, but these are definitely not made by Mattel. These are basically just leftover castings that were turned into something different. I mean, you can see that there are some actual paint jobs from the movies, but then you'll see that there are 2 of them. Well, this one is technically a real car. Well, I say real, but this one is definitely released, but only at the Disney parks, I believe, and at Disney stores. This one is interesting, but yes, I'll save this one for last. We'll just go through this one. So this is the one I'm talking about that you can only get at the parks and Disney store. This is Luke Skywalker Lightning McQueen. And the only reason why I got this pack, even though I knew there was going to be fakes involved, was mainly because I just wanted a version of all 5 of these cars. I didn't really care if they were fakes or not. I just got really desperate and didn't mind getting a fake version of these cars, but they definitely have a creepy stare. But the decals are not that bad for being fakes. Even the lightsaber, like, yeah, it's a little flimsy. It can break off. I need to be really careful with it. But they really detailed the actual heck out of this car with the roof flaps. Yeah, this one's really cool. And the front one is the front, the right front tire is a different color because that's supposed to be his robotic arm. That's cool. And we can get to ones from the actual movie, like here's Radiator Springs McQueen. And this one I do have the real one of. Sorry, this one's a little bit messed up. Again, had this one since my childhood. I didn't get this one to replace this one. No, I can never replace the real deal with the fake. This one's the one that always stays in my collection. Like, this one stays in my collection, but it just stays in this box. But yeah, you can see the differences. This one's a little bit more flatter red. This one's definitely more cherry red. Here's the decals up close. Again, not a bad one. Like, all these are really good. It's easy to get fooled of diecast of what's real and what's fake. Even by feeling it too. This one doesn't feel like... It's definitely feeling lighter. This one feels a little bit heavier. Less tools to work on these cars and not full-on tools. But yeah, that is Radiator Springs McQueen. Definitely a nice one. Number 95. The circular number 95. Definitely old school. And then the one I don't have to compare is Dynaco McQueen. The only Dynaco McQueen I have is Bling Bling McQueen, but we'll take a look at this one in a second because it is different to this one. This one's nice. the blue, the petty blue, number 95. Even though since it's a fake, you can't really get petty blue. It's dumb because it's not a copyrighted color. They could have easily snatched it, but they just basically made a bright baby blue. When you watch enough motorsports and racing and NASCAR, you'll understand the difference between the team's colors and the proper colors that are supposed to be used, because they use a different, what's it called? They use a different color spectrum to make their cars pop. This was just like a flat blue you can get anywhere. This is like a blue you can get at Lowe's pretty much. But again, I don't mind having it in my collection. Dinoco McQueen has become very rare now. And then here we go. This one's going to be fun because this one's Cars, the regular Cars 1 McQueen. And here's the one over here. This one's not as bad messed up. Don't have the light year text, but they're all still standing. They're not like bent or anything. I took good care of this one when I was a kid. It's just the light year text and there's a little bit of chips, but that's about it. Here, what if I turn on the light? Oh, this makes it a lot better. I keep on forgetting to do that. But yeah, here's McQueen. Printing looks almost identical. It looks really good. And then that's about it for that pack. Let's see if I can close it up with one hand. Oh lord, I don't want to rip the box. I got that one in Christmas of 2022. Did I just say 2022? No, just 2022. Oh, I can't close it. There we go. Okay. So here is Mac. It does have all the Cars 1 decals. There's the back of the trailer. It's so cool that we get trailers for the Cars universe. It's really nice that we do. Alright. I think we're going to save these two McQueens for all this. But yeah, here, we're going to look at the real Radiator Springs McQueen itself now. Again, with the circular numbers. You have this oval shape with the lightning bolt. His contingency sponsors on the bottom. Rusty's and, oh, if it would focus. Let me back up a bit. There we go. My bad if the bed is a little bit dirty. I didn't have enough time to clean it. This one's nice. No Rusty's logo on the spoiler, which is accurate. Here is Tar McQueen. We're going to see this one again. But, yeah, the only difference is literally it's Cars 1 McQueen, but there's a tar splatter right there from the beginning of the movie. This one's nice. I got this one in a 5-pack. The 5-pack included this. Ramon Mater, which is in my closet as well, so we're going to be missing him, and the 2 tractors that are also in there, which is okay. No big deal. We're going to see Mater pretty soon, though. And here's just normal Cars 1 McQueen, that's not the fake. This one's classic, bro. You can't go wrong with a classic McQueen. Just screams 2006, dude. But yeah, again, we'll look at that one too. I just wanted to compare these two real quick. Yeah, just see that there's this one has tar, this one does not. But we'll look at those two McQueens last when we're done with all of this stuff and then all that stuff. And then at the end, we're going to look at packages through the years. Yeah, we're going full in on this. So I think before we get to the McQueens, we're going to start with, I guess speaking of Disney parks, one of my friends, well, 2 of my friends went to the parks for a school trip, and he brought back a gift, because they know I like cars and stuff, and this is what they got me, the Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. They also got me another one, and he's just over That red one right there. They got me that one as well. But this one is cool because it's actual ride, so you can actually get the diecast of the vehicles from the ride. And this is the old, like, they still release 2010 packaging where you can see the car from all angles, so that's really cool. And then this is the only Wingo diecast I have. It's just the Glow Racers one, but this one's really cool. And it actually has the flames too, and it glows in the dark, so it looks like what he looked like in the first Cars movie when he was all lit up, driving on the road and causing Mac to open up the trailer from McQueen. I like the Glow Racers, but they were definitely overproduced a lot. And then over here, we have the brand new color changers. We're going to start off at the bottom and work our way up. Here's Fillmore again. This one's cool. Two interesting colors, for sure. From blue to green. Mater goes from like purple to, I don't know, is that, would you call that green? Blue? Looks like Squidward's color, bro. It's like PMS 333 or something like that. Which is a real color, by the way. A lot of blue and purple ones. Here's the King going from blue to like, I don't know, this one on camera looks like it's on the urge to like be navy blue, but like a tint of purple, but in real life, I don't know. Because this one, when it changes, it's very weird because when the temperatures change and seasons change, these ones will change on their own. And the colors just make them look so weird. Yeah, this one's nice, but the rear wing always stays the petty blue. See, there's the real petty blue right there. Alright, next we'll look at, I guess we'll look at Greta real quick. From the Radiator Springs line from 2020. What a nice car. The yellow and orange flames. What a nice car. Definitely a classic one. Radiator Springs line. There was the 4 that you could collect. And it says, the kind of folks in Radiator Springs become Lightning McQueen's friends for life. That one's a cool one. And then there's also Antonio Veloce Excelente, which is the Maserati that's next to Michael Schumacher Ferrari, which I do have. He's become very, very rare. But I'm just missing the last Maserati that was with him when he got new tires. They look actually really cool together. But since he's all white, it makes his eyes look like they're not... It makes him look really scary. Oh man, the dust on this package is crazy. Ugh. But yeah, it makes his eyes look just floating in midair. It makes him look weird. And then here is the 2022 version of Sally. Nice blue Porsche. And here's all the ones that you can get from the Cars 1 series of 2022. That was a good year for collecting cars, even though the beginning of the year was questionable, but I don't know, I thought the first couple of cases were alright. Here is technically like a version to celebrate Cars 1. This is the 15th anniversary for Cars 1 back in 2021. But yeah, this is 20-year anniversary, and she still holds up to celebrate this year as well. Alright, now before we get to the McQueens, we're gonna look at these ones, because you guys saw the Ferrari and all that. So they also had 2-packs for the supercharged line. You had Sally and Cruisin' McQueen, where this is basically Radiator Springs McQueen, but without the spoiler, without the numbers, without the contingency sponsors. Just the lightning bolt and the nice design. Nice cherry red as well. And I like how they put the picture of the movie, like, literally on the scoring pylon during the race. You can see all the race cars in the back. And on the back, you can see all the different characters that you can collect for here as well. This one's definitely my favorite pack, Boost and Snot Rod. Oh. Here is Ferrari fan Luigi and Guido. This one has become kind of rare also. His hat does come off, but he'll forever live in this pack until I get another one to open. Oh lord, these ones are stuck. Okay, fixed it. Here's another supercharged Boost and Snot Rod. There was still a Toys R Us tag, I guess. There was the full tag. It was $7 total, but it kind of got ripped while it was in my closet. This one I definitely had to get out for the video. The other ones I just couldn't, bro. That was a heavy box. Here is Ham. I wouldn't recommend putting your money in there, even though there's a coin slot. No idea if you're getting that money back. There were so many cars on the back of the cards, dude. I love it when there's a car that you collect and then there's a whole bunch of cars to collect. Here's Michael Schumacher Ferrari again, or as they call him, Ferrari F430. Thank you, but this is not a Hot Wheels, dude. That's like if you called Antonio Veloce Maserati 620L. Just call him Michael Schumacher, bro. I know it's a tiny thing, but you could, like, I've seen them put small prints on here before. I know they can do it, but whatever. This was like 19 years ago when this dude was released, because this was 2007, so whatever. Still a lot of cars in there. I think that's all for that. Alright, so I guess I'll talk about this one, but again, I'll show this one in depth when I'm done showing off all of that next. But, oh, I did not show these ones. Never mind, we are not done. So, I said that we were going to see Tar Lightning McQueen again. Here he is for the Race-O-Rama line. When did y'all meet, dude? That ain't your friend. Kind of nice to have a clean version now. My sister got me this one, and that one right there, the pink one, and the blue car over there. All for Christmas of 2021. A lot of these came from either Christmas or, like, I don't know. Mainly for Christmas. I don't really ask for cars for Christmas, but it's nice to get cars for Christmas. I've just been wanting clothes a lot lately. No, I've been wanting clothes for a little bit. I love getting clothes. Here, I guess we'll take another look at Race-O-Rama one. Here is Tumbleweed Lightning McQueen, where he gets the tumbleweed on top of him while he's practicing. Another Meet My Friend. This one's nice. And here's another version of Lightning McQueen. God, they made so many. Lightning McQueen with shovel when he's fixing the shovel, and now he's all dirty. I don't know why they don't put the tar splatter on him anymore. That's what they used to do. Also, the shovel is inaccurate. On the diecast and on the package, it's supposed to be yellow. But, whatever. It's nice to have him. That was the 2020... This was a 2025 release. Here is Bling Bling Lightning McQueen. Also from 2022. These ones are from 2009, if you guys were wondering. And then, we'll take a look at this one soon. Because this one, believe it or not, is actually a 20th anniversary release. We'll take a look at that one. I'll tease you guys. But, so we're going to go in depth on this one. Again, after all that. But, this one right here, you may say, like, it wasn't in the movie. What the heck is this from? Is it another fake? This one's not a fake. But this one is from the old storytellers books. Basically McQueen's past. And this was his original sponsor. And his original number. And this is basically him in the... What do they call it? Like the Piston Cup Little Leagues or something like that. It would be the equivalent of the real life NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts series, basically. That's what he was a part of. And he only did a couple races in that series before moving up to the Piston Cup. And this is how we know him today. Now we can get on to this stuff. Oh, I missed out on a big one. Here is Transberry Juice number 63. Oh yeah, this one I did the recreation when he spun out with chick kicks and he hit the wall in the first movie. Even though I don't have the chick kicks car as a Disney Store release. This one's nice though. Purple number 63. Transberry Juice. Oh, I guess he got it upside down a little bit as well. The wheel is up on this one. I didn't know I played with this one so much. That's crazy. Anyways, there's that one. Alright. And here are the other haulers. I have the big three haulers. Here is the Kings. This one opens up on the side. No, I'm not going to try it. These ones are old. But yeah, there's the King. There's the back. There's the other side. There's the top. And there's the trailer itself, or the semi itself. Here's Chick Hicks hauler. I like how movie accurate these ones are. You have the cartoon version of Chick Hicks. And the semi itself. The semis do detach, but I'm not trying to do all that. And then here are the announcers for Cars 1. You have Daryl Cartrip. And you have Bob Cutlass. They were the announcers for Cars 1 and Cars 3. And then I only have Dusty Rusty's out of the package. I do have Rusty Rusty's, but again, in my closet. He is supposed to be with him. I don't know why they were together when they came out of the closet, but oh well. What a big Dodge van. This one's really cool. And then the racers that are out of the package, we have Octane Gain. This one has been upside down as well, I'm guessing. Oh, the wheels are a little bit bent. The first one we've seen today with a major wheel bent. This Probably because I recreated the Cars 1 crash a lot. We have bumper save. Blue, white, red. Very patriotic. This is the 2015 version of him. No, 2016 version of him. What a nice one. What a nice one. And then we have No Stall. Again, I do have leakless in the closet, but this is the one where he has leakless on top of him, spinning around. Somehow I got the damage to look very realistic. Yeah, the struts on the back. That one's nice. Alright. We're almost done. I'd say we take a look at the... Yeah, we'll take a look at the big boys first. Where do I start off? So we have... Race-O-Rama. Barney Stormin. Mega Size. This is the plane at the end of Cars 1. Flying around Los Angeles. And then the jets come flying at him. So many in this packaging. I wish they had this packaging back. It wasn't too big. It wasn't too small. I thought it was perfect. But then over time, they got actually massive. Like this dude, like every time I grab him, I feel like the box is about to bust open, dude. Because he's a giant RV and all those flags. And there's instructions on how to put it on. And it says... After the Dinoco 400 tiebreaker race is needed to determine the winner of the Piston Cup. That one's nice. Van Scaling Deluxe. They didn't even call it Deluxe. Back in the day, they called it Mega Size. And then here's the one for 2020. My mom got me this in Walmart with Roscoe from Cars 3. Dale Ruffalo. He is the Gaskets number 80 hauler. Here is a 2-pack of Dinoco Mia and Tia. My sister got me this when she went to Fry's of 2020. Lando Queen dreams of being Dinoco's newest racing star. That one's a cool one. That was an unexpected gift. That was a cool one. Here's Derek Williams, 2021. Technically, that should be a Cars 2 release. One of the reporters at the end of Cars 1. Here is Chucky for Race-O-Rama. Again, my sister got me this one. Oh no, did the thing pop off? I guess so. Chucky. Chuck Manifold. The one that's like, McQueen is missing, where is he? Blah blah blah. News forecast thing. Blue old car. And again, when my friends went to the parks, they got me this one as well. Timothy Two-Stroke. Him screaming at the end of Cars 1 as well. He's lifted up as well. That's crazy. Bro got some heavy duty suspension on him. And then we have Dash Boardman with the camera. Green. A little green car. That one's cool. I like his camera. And in 2008, we have Petro Pulaski. The RPM Pity. This one's cool. I like how they got the tires on him, and his card is cool too because he's holding a Nitroid can. Here's another Pity. We have Mike Stock card. This time for Transberry Juice. Dinoco 400 series of that year. Crazy how the packaging changed over time. And then we get to the good stuff, the racers now. Here is Chick Hicks and Chief Chick. This was a cool 2-pack at the time. Very retro. And here's the 2022 2-pack of Floyd Moviehill and Krusty Rotor for Gasperin and Vinyl Toupee. two packaging this year were really great. And from 2019, his packaging's a little bit messed up. We have James Clean Air for Vitaline. This one's a cool one, green and white, number 61. Any other ones? Yeah, we have a couple of them right here. We have, that's not his name. Rex Reveler is actually the Cars 3 racer. That's the Cars 3 artwork. This is Sage Vanderspin for Cars 1. For gaskets. I don't know if there's a rare packaging variant that has him corrected, but there was only 5 of them ever produced. And then here is Kevin Shiftright for Clutch Aid 121. The dark blue 121, blue and white. And then here is for 2025, Rusty Cornfield toe cap, blue, yellow, white. And it says, wait, what's that say on the back? Oh no. Oh, I cannot read that. It says, for the one night hitch. Right, okay. He has a massive spoiler on the card. Thank God it's not like that on the diecast. That's not producing you any downforce or speed, my guy, bro. You're like a parachute. Oh my lord. Here is Ryan Shields from 2025. They don't have his little design right here. There should be like a really light blue spot going around. But it's just all light blue. Still a nice one. Nice to get him re-released. Number 39. Collective windshields. And we have Chuck Armstrong, number 33, Mood Springs. Blue, black, and white, number 33. The 33 looks like Springs, also from 2025. I think I already said that though. Hauling Gas, Retread, Lavender, 79. They don't have his red trim on the wheels, but that's okay. And then this one from 2024, we have Ernie Gearson, Sparrow Mint, number 39. This one's become very rare. Like he usually does, he becomes very, very rare very quickly. Like on the Micro Drifter, he was a lot darker than this, but this one's really good looking. My bad if you guys hear something in the background. People are working on my house. Number 39 with the leaves. Here is, this one's a 2014 release. N2O Cola, number 68. Purple and yellow. I like the card on this one, bro. I miss these cards. That was the prime time to collect. And then here is Supercharged. RPM number 64. Yellow, blue, orange, red. I love this color scheme, bro. And that is it. Except we have 3 more cards to look at. Again, here is Cards 1 Lightning McQueen. Doesn't this just scream 2006? What a nice stock car for the Piston Cup. The lightning bolt has little dots in there. A lot of contingency sponsors on the car. And here's the one that is basically McQueen before he was famous. He has a little bit of lining on his eyes. I can't remove it. Smell Swell. Deodorizer. 95 with a small lightning bolt going in between the 9 and the 5. And that's about it. Nothing on the back. Nothing on the front. Nothing crazy. Not even his signature or his name is on the name rail. And then here it is. The only Yes, this is a 20th anniversary release, even though it doesn't look like it. But it's the only car, and it's the most expensive, and it's only a Walmart exclusive. Lightning McQueen, white walls Lightning McQueen. And it's just the white walls, so you're basically paying extra for the tires. Only one of him. So now we're just going to look at all the packages through the years, and the package I don't have, I'm just going to throw up on the screen. So we're going to start off with 2006. I'll just throw up on the screen. You guys can look at it. It was basically the desert scene. And then 2007 is supercharged. We had the Ferrari. 2007 was supercharged with the Ferrari. Here it is with the night. Really cool looking. I like this packaging. In 2008, we had the World of Cars RPM. That's the only one I can show for. And then 2009, we had Racerama, Tar Lightning McQueen, International Speedway in the background, World of Cars also. And 2010, I'll throw up on the screen, but it was like a Tokyo background. Not really Tokyo, but it was a high city background. In 2011, it was the Cars 2 background, and you can see that it's over here. You'll see that again in the Cars 2 anniversary video. 2013, it was like this. 2014, it was like this. 2015, I'll throw up on the picture on the screen. 2016 is basically the same thing with the Daredevil Garage app, and I'll put that on the screen also. 2017, I'll throw up on the screen. That was just when it was a blank Car 3 logo. 2018. In 2018, do I have a good one on me? No. Okay. This was the 2018 packaging. Also 2019. But also mid-2019 is when it changed to look like... No, that's not a good example. It changed to look like... Where is he? Oh, here he is. 2019 looked like this. And then in 2020, they changed it to have it matte finish. In 2021, it looked like this. And then 2022, it looked like this. In 2023, do I have any 2023 releases on me? Technically, this one is also a 2023 release. And then 2024 release looked like this. And then your 2025 release looked like this. And your 2026 release looks like this. So you went from Thailand, China, Thailand, and back to China, which looks like this. But they're using the same method as Thailand. And, but yeah, on the old ones, they used to have these little hooks. And then you would pull them out, and then they would hang them on the pegs. Which was really a neat concept at the time. But yeah, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, in 2006 they were made in Thailand. In 2007, these ones were made in China. And they were all made in China up until 2018, when stuff moved production over to Thailand. And everything else was made in Thailand until they reverted back to China. If you don't believe me, here's the old Chinese release of 2014, made in China. If you don't believe me on this one's made in Thailand. And yeah, nowadays they start adding the RSM logo and stuff. They had it for a long time. I don't know why they put that there. Whoa, they don't put the RSM logo on the back of the new ones anymore. That's crazy. That's a thing of the past now. Anyways, guys, that's about it. Happy 20th anniversary of Cars. That was my entire Cars 1 collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy 20th anniversary. I will see you guys fairly soon for the Cars 2 anniversary. And you guys are wondering what my favorite package is. I think that's a tough one. What is my favorite package? Oh, I guess I do have the Cars 3 packaging. This one right here counts as the Cars 3 packaging. But they just replaced it with a Cars 2 and they made it look ugly. Oh well, I'll put the actual Cars 3 image on the screen as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That was my entire Cars 1 collection. I can't believe it's been 20 years and I wasn't even alive for 20 years. So that's wild. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was fun. And I'll see you guys next time. That was over, huh? I didn't even show off this guy properly. I didn't even outro the video properly. So you know what? We're gonna give this guy his due because I completely missed out of him on the when I was reviewing the Cars 2 box with all the fakes in there. I have it to the side of me, and since this is the only thing I'm reviewing, I have the pleasure of doing this right here where I am. Cause look, no mess on the floor. Yeah. So you know what? No mess on the floor. Okay. I have the box of diecast right here. Oh, I accidentally ripped it, dude. Is it good? Yeah, it's chilling. It's chilling. Okay, I gotta be very gentle, even though they're fakes. Yeah. I said I would show them off. Did I show them off? No. So you know what, we're going to do a quick solo review. It is a 20th anniversary. I don't have the Apple race car like I said earlier, but I do have this fake Apple McQueen. He has that scary smile. The headlights look fine, as my phone can't stay up properly. The lightning bolts are in silver now with the silver Apple logo. Everything's silver except, well, no, everything's silver. There's no red or yellow or orange or anything. The continued sponsors are behind the lightning bolt, which is very interesting. It's hard to see on camera. There's a 95 on the roof. His signature is, or his name is not on the name rail. Also behind the lightning bolt, he has white rims. And there's the Apple logo, window bars. Nothing on the spoiler. And that is Apple Lightning McQueen. His number is moved very much backwards. There's his silver struts. And there's his roof flaps as well. And that's about it for Scary Soul Lightning McQueen. Or Apple Lightning McQueen. That is all for this video. Sorry I forgot about Apple Racing Lightning McQueen, but here he is. Still a unique diecast for sure. But yeah, that again, that's about it. And alright, nothing else. I didn't miss on anything else. I showed everything that I needed to for this 20th anniversary. And yeah, we're done. And don't forget to run it rowdy. I will see you guys next time.